Here's how to access Opposing Viewpoints to explore controversial topics from all sides. Go to our website, www.wilbrahamlibrary.org, hover over Research and Learning, and click on Gale Databases. From this long alphabetical list of online resources, scroll down towards the bottom until you see Opposing Viewpoints, and click on that box. From here, there are a couple of ways to access content. If you're not sure of a topic or how to search it, I suggest starting with Browse Issues over towards the right. When I click on that, I'm taken to a long list of topics from annual national debate topics to facial recognition technology to plagiarism and all the way down to zoos and aquariums and everything in between. Back at the top, this drop-down menu on the left allows us to look at only the new and updated or further break down the issues by topic. So if I limit to science, technology, and ethics, now I have a much smaller list of topics that fall under that heading. So if I were to click on space exploration, I'm now looking at the topic page, which starts with an overview. I could click on Read More to get a longer article. And then as I scroll down, we have many viewpoints, 72 that I can look through. And as you read through these article headings, you can see there are going to be articles that are both for and against different aspects of space exploration. For example, you can see this article, space power or nuclear power is the spacecraft fuel of the future. And then right underneath it is one that says, that's too dangerous. So there's a variety of opinions listed just in these viewpoints. And you can read one or both depending on what kind of research paper you're working on. So if I go back to all content types with that search again, in addition to viewpoint essays, you can also access reference materials, infographics, statistics, primary sources, images, videos, and more. You can also search for a word or phrase. Back again at the top of the screen, if I start to type in vaccines, you can see that not just the bold vaccines, but also vaccinia virus and some other things come up as kind of search suggestions. One in bold, like vaccines, is going to be a topic like we just looked at with space exploration. But you can also click on one of the other ones, like this Vaccaro, and see what comes up there. It's going to perhaps have fewer articles and not necessarily be all one topic. But this works out really well if I were to say, look up somebody like Elon Musk, because you can see one of the viewpoints, travel to Mars will not become less expensive over time, probably was in the space exploration that we looked at earlier. And then as I continue to scroll down and find some other things that mention Elon Musk, one of the things listed under news is his reaction to stay-at-home orders. So those are two very separate articles that aren't going to be under one topic, but come up on the search when I look for something that isn't necessarily a topic. So that's just a taste of some of the great content on Opposing Viewpoints. Let us know in the comments any tips or tricks you discover as you check it out. And if you have any questions, please email them to reference@wilbrahamlibrary.org.